Okay, so let's begin. So Sharon, what can I do for you?
Right. Well, at this moment, I'm feeling quite angry and
Mm-hmm.
upset about I've had eczema, a skin complaint most of my life, and over the last 7 years, it's been really bad. And it took me a long time to get referred to the hospital. The NHS in the UK now is really, really appalling service, shall we say.
Mm.
Um, and I had a biopsy a few weeks back that I've waited a long time on a patch of skin that they wasn't sure what it was. I've
Mm.
actually got a letter today. The good news is that it's eczema. It's nothing more than that. So that's the
Mm.
positive. But
Yeah.
I just felt so dismissed in the letter. I mean, I waited nearly a year to see the consultant after
Mm.
begging and begging my local doctor to refer me.
Mm.
And she said at the time we can do patch tests because I have problems just even using simple soaps, and
Mm.
uh, none of the creams and the steroids seem to work anymore. And I feel very frustrated with that because been releasing it. It's something that seems to, doesn't seem to it doesn't seem to clear up, shall we say. And I've got a letter now saying, sort of like, oh, hope the cream was okay. I recommended. Well, it's not. And
Mm.
no no follow-up appointments. And I'm livid, if I'm honest, because I said to the woman at the biopsy a few weeks ago, I definitely want a follow-up
Mm.
with the consultant. This is not resolved. And I just
Mhm.
feel so totally dismissed
Mm.
and I feel really upset. I know there's a wanting, I suppose, them to care. So there's the wanting approval. So
Mm.
just some help releasing around this. I would love to just be able to let go of the doctors and let go of the creams and my skin just to be able to heal fully. So
Mm.
some support, please, Katia. Thank you.
All right. So would you welcome? First of all, just let yourself sit back and pause.
Oh, yeah, and I'm aware that there's a lot of anxiety going on. Uh, there's a mix of emotion.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And could you give all the feelings and memories and thoughts all the space they need?
Oh, yes, I can. Yeah.
Good.
And the word that comes up is I feel like a failure.
Ah, okay.
Wow.
Mm. So would you welcome the sense of being a failure?
Yeah. It feels like I should be able to. Yeah. That's
Mm.
like really heavy. And it's like, why am I treating myself this way? And that's what seems to be coming up recently more and more.
Mhm. Could you welcome the sense that it
And
is,
it feels really heavy.
sorry?
I just said this, it feels like a real heaviness in my
Mm.
gut with that.
Okay. So would you just notice the heaviness?
Yeah, and there's also judgments going along with that.
Mm.
Yeah. Why can't I get out of this?
Mm. Yes.
Why can't I get out of being not very kind with myself as well?
And could you welcome the sense that it is up to you how your skin is?
Wow, yeah, it's like it's up to me to sort out my skin, sort out everything. Yeah, wow.
Yeah. And what if your skin is just how it is? And could you notice that you are doing your best in trying to support it?
Oh, Yeah, but I feel there's even resistance with that. It just feels like I'm aware that I feel like I'm in this cycle of like beating myself up. You should be past this by now. You should be able to let this go. You shouldn't treat yourself this way. And then I feel that all that is like irritations, and then my skin feels irritated, and it's flaring up more. And then I'm realizing it's not helping. So
Mm.
I've got all that story, I suppose, going on.
And do you like the story?
I hate it. I hate it all.
So, is there expectation for the story to repeat itself?
Yeah, and it's just like she's mentioned like another cream, and I think, well, I gave up with that cream a few years back, and I feel like I'm on the highest steroid they can give me, so nothing's gonna. If that's not working, nothing else is gonna work, and I'm so locked. I feel so like locked into that.
Mm.
I've got to be right.
Could you welcome the sense that, well, the medical support that has been given to you is all there is, that you know what is available?
Yeah, wow. And it's what I'm realizing as well, Katya, is like I'm giving them all my power to
Mm.
sort this for me. And I'm not getting anywhere with them anyway. I've had this all my life, this complaint, skin complaint. So and I know I can't look to them anyway. Wow, yeah. I keep thinking, oh, I've got to get this appointment because they've got to sort it for me. Wow.
We might, we don't know, but could you be open to the skin issue resolving, even though the mind can't see how? You might come across something and come across the
Yes.
door.
Yes, I can. Yeah. Oh,
And could you give your skin some love for just being there as it is? Skin is to have after all.
yes, I can. Yes.
Mm.
There's still like an element of I'm going to go back into the cycle of just beating myself up again. That's what feels like it's coming up now, Katya.
Mm.
Feels like I can't get out of the cycle at the moment of just like being so irritated with myself.
Mm. And have things always gone the way you have expected?
Um, no, not always. No.
So could it be this is just another expectation? And could you let go of expecting it to repeat?
It feels like a no at the moment.
Okay. So could you notice how essential and what's the word now? How permanent it feels that that's how it's going to be.
Yeah, it does.
Mm.
It just is not even just like my skin, it's just like my life at the moment.
Mm.
It feels like my living situation as well.
Mm. And can you notice there's that magic word feeling? It feels that way. So
Yeah.
if you let go of it feeling permanent,
Oh, yes, I can. Yeah,
mm,
definitely. Yeah.
And would you be open to it working out even better than you can expect right now?
Yes, I'm definitely open to that. Yeah, thank you.
Mm.
Yeah.
And could you give yourself some love and compassion? Might feel nicer.
Yes, I can.
Good.
Oh, that feels softer now. It feels like there's been a letting go of, yeah, an openness to more self-love and compassion. Yeah,
Good.
yeah. Thank you, Katja. That was really helpful. Thank you. It
Mm.
feels like there's an opening now. So
Good.
appreciate your support there. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
And Lex.
Hello, Katja.
Hello.
Well, I was releasing with Sharon
Mm-hmm.
a lot of similar, it's not the same, quite the same situation, but a lot of similar feelings because,
Mhm.
you know, I don't know, we don't have that many feelings. They seem to just apply themselves to whatever situation, right?
Oh yeah. Yes. Yes.
So, I'm uh I've been focusing on connecting with my intuition or my spirit guides or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they are, what it is. Uh, but being more open to my internal guidance and with the request of show me the fastest and easiest way to get the perfect job for me.
Mm-hmm. Good.
And so I guess it's working as a goal because it's stirred up
Mm-hmm.
my belief that there is no fast, there is no easy, and there is no perfect job for me.
Oh, okay.
So I would like some help. I
Yes.
mean, what I want is to just be calm and confident that my guidance is going to show me what to do and I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, but but my but my feeling is this will never work. It's not possible. Disaster is coming.
Yes. So could you welcome all those feelings that are here now,
Yeah.
and welcome how true it feels, that sense that it's never going to happen.
Yes.
And then could you notice that too is just a feeling? And as best you can, could you let go of the feeling it's true, of the feeling it's impossible?
Yes.
And would you notice that peace and space that's all around the whole story?
I can notice it. Yes.
Mhm. And could you notice the story? What's of it here now?
Yes.
And again, notice the space and peace.
Yes.
And notice the story. feelings, memories, expectations.
Yes.
And notice the space and peace.
Yes.
And could you allow those feelings, memories, expectations to dissolve into the space and peace as best you can?
Yes.
And would you notice if there is, or check if there is any boundary between the space and peace and you?
No. I mean, no, there's no boundary.
Mhm. So could you open up to noticing and feeling the space and peace some more?
Yes.
And would you be open to noticing and hearing your inner guidance in that space and peace when it arises and as it arises?
Yeah.
And when you now think about the inner guidance and the job, what is here now?
Fear that I won't either, I don't know, either I'm silly for thinking that there is such a thing as guidance or that I won't hear it.
Now, could you welcome the fear?
Yes.
And could you thank it for rising up, coming where it can be seen and felt?
Yes.
And could you notice the space and peace that's surrounding the fear, giving it the space to arise?
Yes.
And would you allow the fear to dissolve into the space and peace as best you can?
Yes.
And would you notice what is there at the core of the fear?
Nothing.
Would you allow that nothing to take care of the fear? Let it turn back or melt back to nothing.
Yes.
And would you notice the inner courage that is here too?
It doesn't seem like much.
Well, maybe could it be possible that you're just looking the wrong direction, or not the wrong direction, but other direction?
That's possible.
So could you allow the courage to be noticed more, felt more?
Yes.
And check if is there any urgency, or does it feel that inner guidance should work quickly?
Yes, I want it to work right now.
Yes.
I want it to send me a gold engraved letter on
Yes.
fancy paper.
Yes. Nice. So could you welcome the sense that the inner guidance should hurry up?
Yes.
And does inner guidance really work in time? Does it have time? Or
Well, that's one of my concerns. It seems like inner guidance doesn't have any sense of time.
yes.
But I have a sense of time.
Yes. So could you welcome the sense that it should follow your sense of time?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And what if the inner guidance works in perfect time? You did want a perfect job for you, easily, and what were the other?
Quickly and easily.
Yes. Quickly was one of them, was it?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah. So could you be open to the possibility that inner guidance idea of quickly isn't exactly the same as yours, but it's still perfect in the big picture? As best you can.
Yes.
And then check, does the inner guidance need you to wait for it to work? Or could you allow yourself to relax and trust that it will be noticed and heard?
I could be open to relaxing.
Good. So my own experience about inner guidance is that if I am waiting for it like I would be watching, plants to grow, you don't really see anything.
Yeah.
And the impatience just grows. But it's usually very peaceful and it's recognizable when it comes.
Yeah.
So would you allow yourself to relax right now when this moment all is well?
Yes. Thank you. That feels complete for now.
Good. Thank you. Relax. Okay. And before we go to Rosie, I want to remind you, I probably told last time, if you were here, that we are having this Saturday a workshop, me and another certified Sedona Method instructor, Yvonne Spence. You probably have seen Yvonne at some point. And I shared in the chat where there's the link to the page where I'm sharing more about the workshop is From Fear to Courage. It's 3 hours from 4 p.m. Central European time. And it's 52 euros or 42 pounds if you happen to be in UK, and you get the recordings. I'll be speaking about a roadmap from expecting the worst to inner certainty. Now I must check that is my title. I'm really lousy at remembering things like this. Yes, from expecting the worst to inner safety, and Yvonne will be speaking of how self-compassion helps with fear. So welcome if that feels like your thing. And okay, then Rosie. Hi.
Hi. So yesterday I was listening to an audio in regards to your inner child, and everything they said, that if this resonates with you, then there's some work that you need to do. So something that came up when I was a little girl is envy and jealousy. So I would like to work with that because
Okay.
I still see it as an adult, envy and jealousy.
Yes. So could you welcome how envy and jealousy, what those feelings bring up when you think about having them as a child or as an adult?
Yes, a lot of separation I experience.
Yes. And is there any wanting to do anything about that?
Yeah, wanting to change that.
And could you let that go just for now?
Yes.
And is there any sense that is personal? The whole story and those feelings?
Yes. I don't know why, but
Yes, we take personally most of the things, so it's perfectly normal. And can you check if there's any sense you shouldn't feel envy and jealousy?
the only reason why I feel that is because it creates a lot of separation. So I feel alone, like I have no one else to
Mm,
play with or to be with or to hang out with.
yes. And is that a memory, this moment, a memory, or are you feeling that right now?
I feel it. I feel it right now.
Yes. So could you allow those feelings to have all the space they need?
Yes.
And you welcome how personal that feels.
Yes.
And again, welcome all the wanting to change it anyway, get rid of it, figure out why it's here, or wanting to do anything else with it.
Yes.
And then what do you notice? That space and peace that is all around those feelings and memories that aren't affected by any memories or feelings.
I noticed that there's a belief
Mhm.
that no one wants to play with me. So
Oh,
I'm going to play with no one.
oh yeah, that will show them. Yes. Yeah. So, could you welcome? Is there any sense that that belief will keep you safe?
Yes.
Mm. So, could you welcome the belief and everything that comes along with that?
Yes. Mm.
Mhm.
What came up right now is I'm not wanted.
Mm. Yes. So, could that feeling be allowed?
Yeah.
And does that feel personal?
Yes. Something about me.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. Does it bring up something else?
It just brings grief and anger.
Mm. So, open up to feeling the grief and the anger.
Yes.
And do they feel personal?
Yeah.
And then, do you think the grief and anger, do they still want to hang around, or are they ready to go? Be released?
Yeah. Like that. Yeah. Grief and anger. Yeah, I felt grief for a very, very long time. But I also can see that I've been holding on to it for
Mm.
whatever reason.
Yeah, we get used to even the not
Yeah.
so nice things. They feel familiar.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Habits.
Yes. So, do you think you could let go of the grief?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes, I'm ready. Like I want to let it go. I want my happiness back.
And would you let go?
Yes.
And when?
Now.
And how about the anger? Is it still around?
Yeah.
So you wanna hold on to it, or is
No, I don't want to hold on to it. I want to let it go too. It's it hasn't served me.
so could you allow it to go?
Yes.
And when anger and grief are gone, what is there now?
Very quiet, like peaceful.
Hmm, good.
Yeah.
Could you just open up to that peace some more?
Yes.
And some more still.
Yes.
And would you give yourself some love and compassion for going through what you have?
Yes.
And would you be open to allowing the future to unfold beautifully and maybe better than the mind can see this moment?
Yes. Yeah. That's good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Rosie. Okay. So, does anyone else have anything they'd like to ask assistance for or share or suggest a group release?
Katya, could we have a group release on letting go of the belief of scarcity, something around that, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. So, let yourself first just sit back and be. And then let yourself think about scarcity. The sense that there's not enough, something is lacking, the sense that there isn't enough or you don't have enough. And just notice all the memories that brings up, thoughts and feelings, sensations, pictures and sounds. Everything the mind brings up as proof that that is how it really is. Welcome and allow all the expectations that that's how it's going to continue or be in the future. All the fears or other feelings, anger, frustration, sadness, or anything else that the sense of scarcity brings up for you. And just allow all of those spin like in a carousel on top of your head or in front of you. And just notice the spin. And then would you welcome how personal all of that feels? How this is something that is happening to you, has happened to you, or will happen to you. Any sense that that is the story of your life, how it always goes with you, or how you never will have enough or get out of the scarcity, or any other stories that might come up. Just allow them to join the spin. And then would you notice the space and peace that is all around, beyond and beneath that spin, that allows the spin but isn't in any way affected by it. And then, as best you can, allow the spin to dissolve into the space. Notice how there's no lack or scarcity of space. And just notice the peace that is here already. And if the mind brings up any stories or memories or objections, there's any doubt that things would change or they would change for you, just allow them to be there too. And notice the space and peace that is still there, always there, already here or there, that already is. No matter what belief or doubt, memory, story or feeling comes apparently on top of it or in front of it. And just to let yourself notice the doubts that might be there. Any wanting to go back to the story or memories, wanting to go back to the expectations. And as best you can, could you let them all go? Do you let them all just spiral into the space, dissolve, and then again check what the word scarcity or lack or the sense of not having enough, what that brings up now. Notice if it feels personal, the story of your life, your part or your destiny or something that always or never happens. And then would you notice that all of them are just memories, feelings, thoughts, expectations, and how none of them have the power over you. It might feel that way sometimes, but even that isn't true. And could you let go of wanting to give your power away to old stories, memories, and expectations? And would you allow them go and dissolve? And would you notice the unboundless, unlimited space and peace the abundance that already is. And would you open up to receiving, to having enough, having more than enough? Open up to noticing the abundance. And if the mind still has any doubts or objections that that's not the same or that doesn't work or any other creative stories the mind might bring up, just allow them to rise and notice how they are already on their way to dissolving, unraveling. And would you allow yourself to open up to being supported and guided in noticing the abundance, in having abundantly. And would you be open to having whatever you need when you need it? And letting go of any doubts, any disbeliefs, or beliefs saying otherwise. And one more time, let yourself think about scarcity, lack, not having enough. And could you notice that those are just words that appear to bring up certain feelings? And could you let go of wanting to give those words any power? And would you just allow what is to guide and support you in having what you need abundantly when you need it? And if that phrase brings up any sense of limitation, that you really have to need it to have what you need, could you notice how that is just a belief or an old story? And would you be open to being guided and supported? Would you be open to saying yes to the enoughness that is already? Say yes to the abundance that is already. And allow yourself to relax. And Just be. Good. Now, Sharon, how was that?
That was lovely, Katja. Thank you. Yeah, I felt there was real like it's like a real space and a real opening up. I feel that I'm doing even just from doing these releases more and more. There just feels to be more space in it and a little bit of like, yeah, there is a possibility of even miracles in that space. I mean, I am aware of the thoughts that come in and try and take over. But it's just noticing them thoughts, isn't it? And when you said about let go, giving away your power to them, because that's basically what you're doing, isn't it? You're feeling like, you know, you believe something and you feel like you're stuck in that. And, you know, if you can let go of that and just be open up to the space and beingness, there's so much more available, really. It's hard to put into words, isn't it, really? But that was really helpful. Thank you, Katja. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, the stories are often kind of not so helpful. But we like stories, even if they are our own and even if they aren't actually happy ones. We seem to like them. Does anyone else have something they'd like to say or share or?
Well, I was about to ask for basically the same release when Sharon did, so that that was at least at least uh at least two of us had exactly the same request. So, and it was beautiful. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Good.
I wanted to share a gain I had.
Yeah.
I noticed myself chasing money for the longest time, like trying to make money here and there, many different ways.
Mm.
And then all of a sudden I realized that I don't want to chase money anymore. I'm tired of it. So then I decided that I'm gonna let money chase me. And when I made that decision, so
Mm.
funny, I do a side hustle,
Mm.
placing or taking orders, food orders.
Mhm.
And I thought I had already withdrawn all the money that I had made from
Mm.
that 1 week. And then all of a sudden, I get $71 that showed up out of nowhere, like in that app. I hadn't gone to work purposely. Like I'm not gonna go. I'm just gonna enjoy staying home. And then all of a sudden I get $71 and the message said that they're sending me that money because they hadn't sent it before.
Mm.
I thought, okay. So I was wondering if they had made a mistake, and I kept going back to see if the money was still there after 2 days, and yeah, it's still there. So that
Yeah.
was really nice, a good surprise.
Yes. Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, and I'm also like right now, I'm getting orders of things that sold on eBay and Marketplace as well. So it's like, okay, that looks nice. Money's coming to me.
Yes, it is
Yeah,
lovely. Yeah.
good feeling.
Most of the things, kind of what we chase, they feel harder to get.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it is, because we are focusing on that we don't have it.
Mm.
Yeah. It's just the relaxation, not chasing something is worth it. And I do think that when we are chasing something, we are so focused on thinking it comes this way or that way, or that we don't really see all the opportunities either.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, it's much nicer feeling to be open to receiving.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's always nice to receive unexpected money.
Oh, yeah.
Can I have more of that?
Yes. Yeah.
The universe.
Yes. Yeah. I think we are all open to that.
Yeah.
Yes. Except maybe we aren't always open to that, but I think it's good for all of us to open up to that.
Yeah.
Mm. I remember I had a time in the past when I was so restricted about money that I wasn't open to receiving money because I thought it has to come a certain way. And when I relaxed a bit, it started coming from unexpected ways. So that is always nice.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh, that's a lovely game. Thank you, Rosie.
Thank you.
All right. So I thank you, everyone, for coming. It was lovely.
Thank you, Kat.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Katja. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
And
Thanks.
Take care.
the podcast is on April 16th, and check out if you're interested in the From Fear to Courage workshop. And if not, we'll see a nice podcast, and I will post the recording on
Okay.
YouTube soon. Okay. Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.